Welcome to the tool demo drafting video. Before you proceed, make sure you've correctly laid out your page and drawn your title box for the tool demo assignment. What we're going to do first is lay out all three of our views, the top, front, and side. I'm going to start with a horizontal line across the top of my page. I want to leave a couple centimeters of room from the top to this line in order for some room for my lines later on. Next thing I'm going to do is draw a vertical line down, again leaving about the same number or the same amount of room. Next I want to measure out my full length. I'm going to refer to my sketch, my isometric sketch for the length. It's actually 450, and as you can see I'm using my 1 to 200 scale. So now I've laid out my length and width. I'm going to complete the rectangle showing the outline of my box, making sure I've extended my lines all the way across the page. So now what we want to do is lay out our top view. So I'm going to leave about the same distance as the project is wide on the top down to the bottom. Then I'm going to measure according to my scale how far down I need the thickness of my material to be. According to my plans it says 39, so I'm going to do it approximately around 40 because I get a millimeter allowance either way. Then I'm going to draw that line all the way across, and I've now finished my outline for my top and bottom views. Lastly, I'm going to draw a 45-degree line up in the top right corner to use to transfer my lines down. Now in order to transfer these lines down, I want to make a mark here where it intersects the 45-degree angle, and then I'm going to use my 90-degree side of my triangle to transfer that line down. This is going to show the outline of my side view. Now I just want to double check to make sure I've done this correctly. It should be somewhere between 89 and 90 millimeters on my scale ruler. Now we're going to start laying out our detailed view of the inside of our top view. Now if I look at my plans, I'm going to notice that I have a line from the top and from the bottom 20 millimeters in. So I'm going to make those marks on my ruler, and I also notice there's one directly in the middle. Then I can use my T-square to transfer those lines not only from my one side, but I'll transfer them also to the other side. This way I don't have to measure another time. The last thing I want to make sure I do here is transfer them all the way over to the 45-degree angle too, because I will see these on my side view. If I do that, I can use them later to transfer them down just like we did the outline of our side view. Now what I want to do is lay out the entire top edge of my box. Okay, so this is where the first 45-degree triangle is located. I'm going to refer to my plans, which tell me it's 170 away from the left side. It's 60 millimeters wide. And then there's a 40 millimeter break before my 5 45-degree cuts, which I will lay out all at the same time. Then I'm going to go do the bottom edge. It tells me my one triangle is 50 millimeters away. I can also lay out the 50 millimeters for the end triangle. Now if you notice, I've grabbed my 36-degree triangle because I'm going to use that to create the 30-60-degree triangle down on the bottom. Now it should be about 100 millimeters from the edge approximately on our drafting assignment. So make sure I switch to my 45-degree triangle to do the second triangle at the top. I'll switch over to the other side, and now I can complete all 5 lines after this triangle also. Basically all I have to do is slide my triangle into position, line it up with the marks I've made, and draw my construction lines across. Now I don't have a triangle that can actually show the angle I use for the end triangle. So I'm going to actually tilt it. This is the only time I can use a triangle not on the T-square. Just need to line it up with my 2 marks so the triangle meets in the center. Now we're going to use all the marks we made on the top view to lay out our bottom view, or our front view. This way I don't have to remeasure. Anywhere there's an angle change on the face, I'm going to use that to line up my triangle and then transfer the view down. Now I'm going to do this at all the triangles, and we can even do it at some of the 5mm crosscuts, which I'll show afterwards. Now I'm going to measure for my 5mm drop, and I'm going to draw a construction line all the way across. So I'm going to make a mark actually at the edge, but I'm only going to draw these where those crosscuts will actually end. Then I just line up those marks, transfer them down to my full length of the 5mm to scale. Next I'm going to transfer my view down to the side view, and I'm going to do that using my 45-degree angle. This only comprises of 3 lines, because our side view looks the same from both ends.